Once upon a time, two men decided if they were making the cut. Then they made the cut. And now JT and Aaron are talking everything from wrestling to pop culture and beyond, because it's no holds barred.
Will you back down, turn and run, or stand up with the best? When you're back to the wall, what will your answer be? Will you run for the door? Will you run out on me like it's hard? It's no hold.
Romeo, take me somewhere we can be alone. I'll be. It is a love story right here on No Holds Barred. It's our
And you're wearing pink.
Valentine's and more for you, buddy. It's our Valentine's
Love
edition
it.
here
Love it.
on No Holds Barred, and we are here mostly every Saturday. Schedule's a little wonky right now because we just got a bunch of crap going on.
My problem.
Weird
My
that time
fault.
of year. It's like a combination plate of faults. But it's a lot going on. So we're mostly here every Saturday. We're on audio.
Yes.
We're on video. Subscribe on any podcast application to hear the audio. Subscribe on YouTube to watch the video. A lot of cool
If you
content.
can stand looking at our faces, go
If
for
you
the
want
video.
to embrace the face.
You can embrace either of our faces for the low price of just watching the
Zero.
video.
We don't charge
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. So
Just your
subscribe.
time. You take your time.
We have a lot of cool content, and you can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as well. So check it all out. And Aaron, once a month here on No Holds Barred, you and I built an ultimate pay-per-view card for WWE pay-per-view history.
This is already going to be better than last month when we did the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, that almost broke all of us. It did break you, I think, by the end. It was the Rumble was tough.
I think I was just shaking my head and Tim was making the card.
Yeah, by the end, we just tapped. But this should be a lot easier. So if you're new here, every month we take all the pay-per-views from that month in WWE history. We have to pick a match. We have to pick a match from every single card. You can only use each wrestler one time. You can only use each title each time, one time as well. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and we don't have producer Tim with us here tonight. He's convalescing. So
Double duty for JT.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. So bear with me here. I'm going to try and fill his shoes, filling in this dock as we go.
That is a bear?
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go chronologically here.
So February's it's a weird month because it's not
29 days sometimes. It's like kind of short.
Yeah.
It's shorter than the rest. It is a weird month.
Yeah. But like you don't think of February as like a big wrestling month. But I think as we dig in, we're gonna find a lot of classic matches. Because we were thinking about touchstone matches for this, and I don't know if we're gonna say it now, but we batted a few ideas around. And unlike a lot of the other months, like all of them are valid. Like there's major value in all of them, as opposed to one that stands out. Like when we did October, it was like the Hell in the Cell we wanted right?
Yeah.
This, it's like, it could be this, could be that. So I think this one will be fun.
All right. So as you can see here, we have the card up. Without the producer Tim throwing years at us, we're just going to go chronologically this year.
We can't do everything. We can't do everything.
We're simpletons at heart, so we can't. We can only do so much. So,
all right. So Rage in the Cage, 96. We're taking Bret Hart and Diesel for the title, right? In the cage, and that classic.
That's our best title match possible, I think, for February.
Obviously. But looking at this card, there are a couple of choices that I think don't fuck with anything, which is good. Now I think the question is, do we think we're going to need Shawn Michaels later?
That is a great question.
Because it's a disappointing match, but it's still good and it's interesting and different.
Right.
With him and Owen Hart, for those of you who aren't the nerds the size we are.
Yeah, I remember when we watched this for Wrestling Warzone. I think it was like a 3.5. I do think historically it's a little overrated. I don't think we get into the Shawn match in his first run, and No Way Out for a while was typically a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Right.
So so a few years, I think we just like don't have a chance to use him. So it would really just be those last couple where they're doing the chamber matches, and those are going to be. I think we would have spoken a little soon when we said like this might not be as hard as the Rumble because these chambers.
No.
Some of these cards have, these all have elimination chamber matches, but they do.
But
have
they're not only. They're not only.
But
I don't think he's in a lot of those elimination chambers.
Right. Yeah, he's in a couple.
He's in the first one, but it's a Survivor Series, right? He's in the SummerSlam one.
The SummerSlam.
The SummerSlam.
So I'm okay. I'm okay going Shawn Michaels versus Owen Hart. I think that's fine.
Let's try it, and if we need to back it up, we can do Ramon and Kid, the Crybaby match.
Okay. So 97 is a very interesting option here, right? I think we know 99. We want to use Austin Vince, but we should probably at least talk about the Final Four match. Austin Vince is so great, but this match is awesome.
This might be the best. This might be the best title match in February.
Well, yeah. Well, the problem with there's some months where Austin has some tough ones, but we have, I think, at least 3 Steve Austin matches.
That's right. We got that
spot because we also have with the 3 stages of hell.
Yeah.
We have this. We got Vince and the 3 stages. We probably just have to want to commit to it.
I kind of feel like it should be Vince. I think that might be the worst match of the 3.
Right.
But it's just such a match and such a moment and such a crazy moment in time.
It's synonymous with February WWF wrestling. You immediately think of Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah. Our girlfriends let us watch it.
Yes.
That's how important it was on that day.
I took my girlfriend to an early dinner and then had her dad pick her up so I could watch the show.
I think I watched it with mine because her dad, they had a box. They had that descrambler.
Right. So you use
her dad must have thought I was such a loser, coming over with friends to watch wrestling.
Well, you are.
Yes. But I didn't need the Italian man to be telling me this.
No. Well, me or the dad?
No, you are also an Italian man. But I was thinking more
telling you're
Claudio.
Cloudy?
Claudio. Yeah, Cloudy. He had a penis. Absolutely. So if we're not taking Austin for this one, we're not taking Rocky and Hunter, right? That's not a great match. We can't take the tag team match because we're taking Owen Hart in the last one. Mm-hmm. So are we satisfied with Mark Merrow versus Leif Cassidy as this one?
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's a 2 3/4 special, but I mean there's not much else on this card.
Is this where he fucks up his leg?
I think he was already fucked up because he does wrestle the next night on Raw. I think it was compounding injuries. I don't think he hurts it in the match. But this is his next to last match before he goes out. So Leif has been an interesting guy watching through Warzone. We talk about him often on there. He's the dude you'd expect more from. It disappoints every time. So I don't know if he was checked out or what, but kind of disappointing. So
they didn't want him. They're like, you're not good enough, but instead play a rocker.
But it's almost like he gets a lot of chances to be a gatekeeper, kind of test guys out. And he could have really showed up and maybe earned a spot. It's but he gets these chances in time on pay-per-view, with Flash Funk, with Merrow. There's a few different matches he gets a chance to show off and just doesn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Pussy. All right. So, I mean, I'm with you. I feel like Austin Vince is probably the worst of those. And you look at the card now and it's but
we're going to get other good stuff.
It feels like you have to have it. So let's stick with it for now.
Yeah.
All right. So Tuesday in Texas. No way out of Texas.
Did they change it to Texas just to get rid of the NWO acronym?
No, I think it's just that it was in Texas.
It's stupid.
It's also the first one, so I don't think they changed anything, to be fair.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Do we want the Quebecers on the card?
Not this version.
Not this version.
I do like that War of Attrition, but I don't know if we need Rock.
Oh, there's a really good title match with Rock.
Yeah. So we might need to save it. I would say Taka Pantera or Kane Vader. I don't know if we're gonna need Kane later, but
Kane might be important. Kane will for sure be in an elimination chamber. I think. I think Taka Pantera is probably the way to go. It's not great or anything, but it's also not horrible. It's fun.
No, Taka's fun.
Yeah. It's too bad. I don't want to say it's too bad we're taking Austin McMahon for 99 because I think there's a sneaky choice in Bob Holly and Al Snow.
Yeah, that's fun. Where they go in the river.
It kind of launches what the hardcore division is going to be but I think it's the choice.
All right, so 99. I guess we're not going to go with Boss Man Midian.
Sadly,
sucks, but we'll go with Austin Vince, like we said. 2000. I think we got some choices here.
Got some choices, yeah.
I think Two Cool Radicals is kind of fun.
Mhm.
Obviously, we get the Hell in a Cell if we want that to be our world title match. We could go that
Yeah.
path. Dudley's Outlaws is kind of like a big moment as well.
Yeah. That's a tag titles, right?
Yeah, and that's where the Outlaws like are done because Billy hurts his shoulder.
Right. Right. Well, look, we don't want to touch Angle. We don't want to touch Rock, right? Yet, anyway. I don't think we want to touch Eddie yet. That's another one that might be an interesting choice. So I think we're kind of like we're in the midst of deciding between the tag titles, Dudley's Laws, or are we going with the big men, Mark Henry with Mae Young versus Viscera, or if we wanted to just go completely off board and take something that nobody that's not going to conflict with anything, Taz and Big Boss Man.
Yeah,
none of these are great choices.
No,
but I'm okay with sacrificing 2000 for the better matches later.
Let's skip 2000 for a minute. Let's come back to it.
Okay.
All right. 01. I think there's two that jump out.
Yeah.
We could use our world title match here if we want to do Rock and Angle. And Stephanie and Trish is also great.
Yeah. I think you're skipping over another great choice.
Big Show, Raven?
No. The Intercontinental.
Oh, yeah, that's really good too.
Jericho, Benoit, Guerrero, and X-Pac.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming we may need Jericho later, but maybe not.
Maybe not. It's going to be hard, right? Do you want to consider our WWF title matches maybe?
Yeah.
So what's in contention? In the Hell in a Cell from 2000. I think Rock Angle from 01. Brock
02 is a no-go.
Yeah. 03, there's no world title. There's no WWE title match, WWF title match there.
04 is in contention.
Yeah, that's Lesnar, Guerrero. 05, there's no match. 06, we're probably going to go with the world heavyweight title. 07, it's the title's not on the line. And once we get to 08, this is where we might run into trouble because once we get to 08, the title is often up in the chamber.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, we also get Batista Cena in 10, which is kind of fun, where Vince brings him out, he slaughters him.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we want that to be our match. We also got Miz Lawler in 11, which is kind of fun as well.
Now with Batista Cena, can we treat that as though, I know we don't have Tim here to make a ruling, but can we treat that as an extra match considering there's two world title matches?
Yeah, I think so. I think that
if we wanted, right? Like, so if we wanted, we could do that.
Now I would throw one more out, which I think is the same lineage, and that is last year.
Yeah.
With Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's our big 4 or 5, right? We got Rock Angle. I would even throw Final Four if we want to re-stretch anything. We got Final Four. You got Cactus Triple H, Rock Angle, Eddie Brock, Roman Sammy. I don't know. There might be another one we said in there, but those are the big ones, I think.
Yeah. I feel like if I was going to pick from those based on getting someone on the card, it feels like Rock Angle. But we're going to use Angle somewhere else. So let's disqualify that.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's Brock Eddie, or the Hell in a Cell, or Roman Sammy. With Roman and Sammy, we also eat up the Universal title. I don't know if that matters. I can't remember any great Universal title matches. But Roman Sammy is probably the biggest moment, the best moment. That's probably our pick.
Yeah, because the rest of that card is Lashley and Brock.
Yeah.
And then Edge and Beth versus Finn and Rhea.
It's fine.
I don't know if that's, yeah.
The U.S. title elimination chamber is really good. Like Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed versus Damian Priest versus Gargano versus Montez versus Seth Rollins. I think that's a great match, but Reigns Zayn is. I was there live. It still is too one of the I've never seen a town die so quickly. it died. It's crazy how quickly that crowd died. But it's probably
all right. Let's do that for now. I think it's an unlikely choice. Coming in, I wouldn't have thought of it, but When I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's probably it. I think my other one would be Cactus Triple H. Probably.
Yeah.
I think.
My only caveat with a match like that, and this is my own thing, is I always struggle picking that match when I know there's a better one.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
And the finish is kind of. I'm not a big fan of the finish with the ring giving out, and I know it's to protect Foley. I'm not complaining about that, but it does look a little hokey after the other stuff he's been through.
100%.
All right, so if we went back to 2000 now, would we want to do the tag or no? You want to save the tag belts?
I don't know. I'm gonna assume when we get to the 20 that with all the chambers, we're gonna need the tag belts.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Taz. You think we'll need?
We're gonna need. Yeah. I think if I was gonna burn X-Pac, I'd rather burn X-Pac in the Intercontinental match in 2001.
Right.
Because
so who's the Radicals in this match? Are too cool. Is that Saturn or is Rikishi? Is that a six man?
It's a 6-man, I believe.
So that's
Benoit, Saturn, Malenko. Yeah.
Against Too Cool and Rikishi.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be a possibility unless we think we need Benoit.
Well, we'll need him if we do the Intercontinental in 01.
Right.
Because if we do the Intercontinental 01, it's going to burn Jericho, Benoit, Guerrero, X-Pac.
I think I'd rather do Stephanie Trish, I think, and then use Benoit here and save Jericho in the IC for now.
Jericho's just going to get eaten up in an elimination chamber.
Which is fine. We may need them. Yeah. I think we need to save some of those chamber guys later that show up later for those matches. Yeah. I think we may find ourselves. I think we got to use guys that aren't there later.
Right. I just hate leaving it's so rare that we're given such a great Intercontinental match.
Let's do the Too Cool and the Stephanie for now. And if we come back and we can use it, we'll come back and use it.
Yep. Okay. Let's try to find
Stephanie Trish is like surprisingly great.
Yeah. Okay. Now 02 is not a great card for us.
No, I like RVD Goldust.
I think that's the choice.
Right. I'm guessing we don't get too much more RVD in here.
No. And 03, not to jump ahead too fast, but let's just deal with RVD. Yeah, RVD I don't even think he's in Elimination Chambers because it starts in 08. He might be in one of them later on.
Right, he may show up one during his return. I mean, Rock Taker's there. It's an okay match, but we probably gonna need Taker later, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no. I think RVD Goldust is the way. Now 03, I think is obvious. Actually, it's not their best match, but I think we should go Rock Hogan,
Triple H Steiner.
We could go Triple H Steiner, but then we're burning our World Heavyweight title, which we're gonna want later.
Yeah, I think Rock Hogan makes plenty of sense here.
Yeah,
because we're not going to get either of them again. Pretty much that's it. I mean, Rock shows up later against Punk, but that's the world title. We've already used it.
Yeah.
All right. So 04.
Not using Brock Eddie.
No. We got Chavo Ray for the cruiser.
And it's a different cruiser, right? Than the Pantera.
Yeah. That's the light heavyweight. This is the cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Or Noble Nitty is fun with the blindfold. Because that's the whole angle where she got blinded and everything. And I think Noble.
Yeah.
It's almost like a Mero Sable. Poor man's Mero Sable.
Right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Noble Nidia.
Okay. Because Ray's another guy we may need as we go.
Yeah. You want to go in 05, Luther Reigns?
Luther Reigns, go! No, I don't think we should burn Taker here.
No, I don't
we could do Booker Heidenreich.
I love how this project is just us picking bad matches so we don't have to burn guys.
I know. How about this cruiser match? I don't think we'll need any of these dudes. Jim Landos.
I think that's one way, and we just have to see if we want to burn Ray, but I don't think we do because Eddie and Ray against the Bashams we could do.
Well, look at 06. So 06 also has now this is where we could use Benoit because that's a pretty good match for the US title.
06, we're taking the World Heavyweight title, no?
Oh, right. Dope.
Angle
I'm going to plug that in right now. All right,
yeah.
So Kurt and Taker.
Oh, we're not going to get Tatanka? Shit.
I know.
What are we doing? We're not even picking Tatanka.
And Matt Hardy, great team. All right, so then 05, yeah, we could do the cruiser. or Booker.
Or
Let's do the cruiser for now and see if anything.
Or these.
If we got to come back and again, if we don't use Ray, we could come back and use them.
What a collection of women in 05. Joy Giovanni versus Michelle McCool versus Rochelle Lowen versus Lauren Jones. I don't even know who half these people are.
I know. They're all like the Diva Search, like runners up.
Right.
The I don't know. Well, I mean, that is our last chance to use Eddie. So I guess it depends if we think we need Ray. So we could come back and put that.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to need Ray.
Okay. All right. 07, I like the opener a lot. Benoit and the Hardys against MVP and Eminem.
Did we take Benoit in anything? We did in the 2000.
Oh, yeah.
The Radicals. Right. We could take Finley and the Little Bastard versus Boogeyman and Little Boogeyman.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Lennon and Kendrick versus Deuce and Domino. If we want to get some fun theme music.
Boom, 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 boom. But Lennon and Kendrick are a great team, too. So.
Yeah.
And that belt goes away, does it? Yeah, pretty much.
Those are the Raw tag titles? I think so.
I mean, they do come back later, but there's some pretty good stuff later we might want, so maybe we shouldn't do that one.
Yeah.
What about this cruiserweight?
I kind of like them. They were so into that stupid gimmick. It made it like likable.
Well, it had no business out there too. Like it's like,
I know, so dumb.
Are you lost in time? Like
right. This absurd greasers gimmick from the 50s suddenly shows up in the mid 2000s.
It's like if a Roman centurion walked out today. Like
no sense, but it's for whatever reason it worked.
Let me take you.
I guess
what is the name of the song?
Turn back the hands of time. That's when I discovered. That's when I made it mine. My pants couldn't be too tight. That's when I learned.
The chorus.
They could have at least. They could have at least like got someone that sounds like a 50s singer. Like this guy does not sound like a 50s singer.
Johnson.
I'm all about
all about cool. That's it. It's for sure Jim Johnston, right? Singing it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me. I don't think it's the Chris Warren band. That's for sure. All right. So we can either change 2000, which I'm not against, but again, I don't know if we're going to need like Jeff Hardy later.
Yeah.
We could use this women's match too. Ashley, Jillian, Kelly, Layla, and Brooke. I mean, none of them are going to show up. But you want to do Finley? Ashley. Finley and the Boogeyman?
Why not?
Right.
Let's pick the worst match on the card.
I would say the women's one's probably worse. All right. Oh, wait. So this is where stuff starts to get a little hairy.
I have this rated worse than the women's match. The women's match I have at I don't even think it's a match. I think it's like a backstage thing or a pool fight or
bullshit thing.
Some bullshit. Oh, wait. Okay. So now we're into the elimination
chambers. All right. So I think we have two options. We can change Finley back. And that one's pretty fun with Taker, Batista, and Big Daddy V.
But do you want to sacrifice the angle match?
Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Okay. I would say Flair Kennedy then.
Yeah, that would be my pick. It's easy.
Yeah. We're not going to have either of those guys again.
I think you could probably also do Punk Chavo, but I think we might need Punk.
Yeah, and fuck.
No, I think we just used Chavo.
We already used Chavo in 05, yeah.
Imagine that. We've used Chavo.
Yeah, well, it was one of the worst matches on the card. All right, 2009. We get Orton Shane in the Rocky Balboa match. Yeah. This is a tough one now. This is where we start to run into problems with the title. So we got Jack Swagger versus Finley.
I think that's the match.
Well, then we got to change 07, I guess. To the
that's fine.
Match. Okay.
Because these chambers are all good. Like I feel like this is they get to the point here where like the chambers are just all good going forward. but like they've got the gimmick figured out, but they all kind of meld, right? I have the main event rated at like 4 stars. It's for the world heavyweight, but I don't want to sacrifice Angle Undertaker for it. So,
all right, 2010.
Wait, did you go back and fix? You put the women for 7.
Yeah, I put the women for 07, and I put Swagger Finley for 09 for the ECW title, which is fine because that title goes away anyway. So,
right. Batista, John Cena.
Yeah, so we want to use that as our cash in.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, 2011.
So I have the main event. It burns a lot of guys, but I have it ranked at like 4.25. Cena versus Punk versus Morrison.
We'd have to dump Cena Batista unless we're saying because it's the cash in.
No, it's a cash in.
He can wrestle twice. Okay.
Yeah, I think Cena and Batista could wrestle twice.
Okay. Yeah, then let's do it if we can get away with it for now. Let's see if we need to come back.
If not, it's Alberto Del Rio, Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
I think. But
yeah, that's fine as a backup.
Okay. But this is like major star power in a big match, so I'm happy with that.
All right, 12.
I think we have to take
Beth and Tamina.
Beth and Tamina for the Divas title.
Okay. All right, 13. Dolph and Kofi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Cesaro Miz for the U.S.
Is there any more U.S. title coming up?
I don't know.
Trying to see.
I think it might be more like Kofi.
Yeah. 13, we're at 13. Yeah. You think?
All right, let's just leave that and come back.
Okay, 14.
So we can't do Wyatt's Shield.
Why?
We can't. We're using Roman.
Oh, we'll get rid of Roman then. I think it's better to have this match
versus Roman Sammy.
I think so. I think this is a better match than Sammy. But that's me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're higher on Roman Sammy, I think, than I am. So you want to go back to, do you want to do 04 or 2000 for the world title then?
Let's do 04 because I don't think it disrupts. Because Eddie's not in that Radical match.
Yeah, but if we do 2000, that would free up Benoit for 07. And I don't think have we used Hardy? We haven't, and he's done. MVP, we could do that. MVP and Eminem. Oh no, Morrison's at 11, so we can't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I think Eddie Brock. The moment too is incredible, right?
Yeah.
Or we could see if there's there's a chamber match, but I don't know.
No, Eddie Brock feels clean.
Yeah,
it's a big moment, big match, like you said, and I think that plus Wyatt Shield outranks having Roman Sammy is my guess.
I agree 100%. And if we want, it opens us up for oh no, we can't use the US title. All right, we'll get there. When we get there.
All right, so 15 is a fast lane.
I can't believe there's not one of these with like 2.
I know. I like Roman Daniel Bryan, but obviously we used Roman already.
Yeah, we also have Kid and Cesaro against the Usos.
Yeah, what titles are those? Nothing we've used?
No, it's the Raw tag. That's when I was looking through it. That's the one that kind of jumped out.
All right, let's do that for now.
Okay. I love that Cesaro and Kid team that like.
Oh yeah, so good. And I don't think we're going to use those and nothing. I was going to say more likely nothing else on this card. I don't think is usable. I mean, we've already used Cena, we've used Ambrose, we've used Reigns, we used Goldust, we used Dolph,
the Divas title,
we used Rollins. So I mean, I think this is honestly this or Nikki Page, but we'd have to then change the other Divas title match we have. So
yeah, we were stuck with that one.
All right, 16. Can we do Jericho, AJ? I guess.
Yeah, we haven't touched Jericho yet. We have Owen Ziggler Intercontinental too, but then we'd have to change the one with Kofi in it.
We haven't used the IC yet.
That's it.
Yeah, but we use Jericho now, right? So we'd have to change this. If you want to go back to 01 for that IC, we'd have to swap this.
The IC in 01 is going to wreck us because it's going to take away Jericho. It's going to take away Eddie, right? So it's going to mess up a bunch of things. So I think we
just
keep that
leave
like
it
this.
then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 17. We could do. Oh no, we can't use Harper. Becky and Mickey.
Yeah. Becky.
I don't know
and
who's
Nikki.
in this tag turmoil. I'm not sure. I can look it up.
Where's Becky? Are we looking at the same thing? 2017?
Elimination Chamber 17. The first match here is Becky.
And Becky and Mickey. Yeah. There's also Naomi and Alexa.
Yep.
But that's the SmackDown women's.
Let me look at this tag team turmoil. Who's in this? Breezango, Vaudevillains, Slater and Rhino, the Usos, Ascension, and American Alpha. Yeah.
Usos mess us up.
Okay.
Because we got Kid and Cesaro against the Usos.
Let's do Becky and Mickey. I think.
Yeah, okay, that's Becky Mickey.
We already have Dolph, so we can't do that. Let's do Becky Mickey. It's kind of a cool little footnote match.
Yeah, I like that. All
right, 18. Asuka Naya.
I think that's our only choice.
Right. Well, we could do that women's chamber. Is that any good?
But we might want the women for something else.
Okay.
I don't remember. That's 18?
Yeah.
The women's chamber. I have it almost at cracking 4 stars, but I think you know what? Maybe we leave this one open. Let's come back to this.
Okay. All right, so 19.
19, we could take the women for the tag belts.
Is that good or was that the messy one?
No. Well, let me check. I have that one on par with the previous women's one. So I think this one is more the women's tag. There's although Naya's in it. No, we can't do that. We can't do we have to pick. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Because we can only take one of those 2 chambers.
So I have that women's tag at 3.5, the tag chamber. I have the main event at 4.5. Can we make that work at all?
That's the world title though, right?
Yeah, but is that better than Angle Taker?
No, it's the WWE title.
Oh. Is it better than Eddie Brock?
I have it kind of the same. But it burns Jeff Hardy, it burns Kofi, it burns AJ. So there's a lot of changes if we pick that one.
What are we using Hardy for? I don't think we have him anywhere.
He's in there with the M&M guys, isn't he?
No, we never did that because we needed Benoit and Morrison.
Okay, so we still have.
I think Kofi is the only one that would mess. I think it's Kofi and the title mess it up the most.
AJ and Orton, because Orton is in the 2011.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's leave it alone then.
Yeah.
All right, so we're either gonna go Corbin Strowman, which.
Right.
I have that at 1.5. I have Ronda Rousey at 1. Balor, Bobby, and Leo Rush 2.5.
We could do that one. That's the Intercontinental.
Yeah, we don't have an IC title match, I guess.
Yeah. Look, we could. What did we take from 18? Did we put anything in?
We didn't do it.
Because 18 is the one that's fucking us right now. Unless.
All right, let's come back to both these. Let's see what else we got. So 2020 is this Super Showdown. This is Goldberg Fiend. Well, actually, wasn't there a chamber in 20, or was that in March? I guess it was in March.
Yeah. Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo.
I mean, that's the easy one if we want to just get out of there. I don't know who this gauntlet match is.
It's is that the one the Undertaker wins?
Yeah, Taker, AJ, Andrade, Bobby, Eric Rowan, and R-Truth.
Yeah, and Taker just shows up at the end and choke slams AJ. It's to set up their Mania. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad show. Like I have Humberto and Angel as the best match on the show.
Oh, let's do it then. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
that's fine. All right.
I remember like Lesnar and Ricochet is like, oh, they did that with it.
It's a minute and a half.
Yeah, if all the things you could do with someone as talented as Ricochet, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
All right, 01.
We can't use Roman.
Nope.
We can't use the US because we're using Jomo in the 2011.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do the chamber.
I
We
guess
could
we could
do
do the women's tag.
Yeah.
All right. So we're not gonna be able to use Oscar. So we're gonna probably have to do that 18 women's, I'm guessing.
Which one? The Elimination Chamber?
Oh,
Bliss,
yeah, because we
Banks,
can't use the
Bailey.
women's tag chamber.
Yeah, okay. Which title is that though? Raw Women's. Okay, we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we'll take the Elimination Chamber from 18, which is Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Bailey versus Mickey. Oh no, Mickey James.
Yeah, so we got to change 17. Do we have anything 17 we can do? We can just do Natalia and Nikki. Is Natalia in any of this shit?
Yeah, no, let's do that. Let's do
right.
Yeah, let's do Natalia and Nikki. And then Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose.
Yeah. So that's for the Raw Women's.
Yeah. 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 And then 19. What do we have for 19 right now? Nothing, eh?
I think 19's probably Corbin Strowman.
I would punch that in, and then let's see at the end if we want to go and find an intercontinental match, because I don't feel the need to push Balor and Lashley onto the card like for this match. Like,
no, we can do better. All right, 21.
We did 21. It's the tag, women's tag.
All right. So we need 22.
It's probably
Drew and Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any other option. Unless we did that. Yeah, so we can't use Rollins. I mean, could we do Naomi and Ronda versus Charlotte? No, because of Sonya.
Yeah.
How about that one? No, we're using Alexa, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Drew and there you go. Ryan will be happy.
Yeah.
Madcap in there.
Hello. And I think for 2023, we're stuck with Edge and Beth against Finn and Rhea.
Which is fine. I mean, it's good to get Rhea on the card.
Yeah, it's not a bad match. Like, it's too bad we can't take Bobby and Brock, but
right. Why can't we?
Are we done? Well, because we're using Brock against Eddie.
All right. Yeah, we're done. So two-man definitely holds us back. So I would say the only thing we get a little time. We're not as burnt. So let's talk for a sec.
Yeah.
Do we want to? I'll throw a couple things out. Are we good with Eddie Brock? Do we want to reassess any of the world title scenarios? And do we want to figure out a good IC title match to work in here? So let's do the IC first. That may be a little bit easier. So
yeah, there's not a ton of there's really not that many options. Look, you got Rocky and Hunter. We're not going to use that because we could. Do we use Hunter?
No.
Oh, shut it down. This is the best card then. Rocky and Hunter, Final Four, could be an Intercontinental. That means we'd have to change Rock Hogan, but that feels like
Rock
such
Hogan's
a
bigger match. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we're not going to touch 99.
Oh, we could do Val. Oh, yeah, right. Never mind.
Not touching that. We're not touching No Way Out, which is Angle Jericho.
How about No Way Out? Oh, we can't use Regal Edge.
Yeah, because we need Edge for 2023. And then there's a long Drew McIntyre Kane 2010.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need for that.
No, that's
Big E Jack Swagger from 14. That's not going to displace the Wyatt family and Shield. Bad News and Dean Ambrose, again, the Shield. Now, 16 is a possibility.
Yeah, but then we lose AJ and Jericho, and they're not anywhere else.
But it's not that it's not that. Look, I'm not pushing for this, but it's their worst match.
I know,
right?
But then we also have to redo Kofi Ziggler, so you're gonna look at
which one is that? That's 13.
13, and I don't know if there's another option.
We could do Cesaro. No, we can't do Cesaro.
No, we have Cesaro.
Yeah. No, we can't move that. I think we kind of hit it. I think we're good.
Yeah. I would say the only other option is, do we have anything else in 23 at all? That opening. Oh, Natalia? Is Natalia the only issue in that? Is she the only one in that opener?
Yeah, but she messes up a bunch of other stuff because we need her for 17.
17. No, yeah. Because if we did Apollo and Kalisto versus Ziggler, we said there's nothing else from that Ziggler one, right?
Right, but we have Ziggler against
Kofi. I'm saying that's what I mean. We have nothing else from 13 that we could do.
No.
Yeah. Because I'll say if we could do Edge Regal, would be our best option.
Yeah, but I honestly, I think Edge and Beth against Finn and Rhea is probably a better match. So
I would say, yeah, because 03 doesn't even have anything else unless, right? Because if we did Triple H Steiner, we wouldn't be able to do Taker Kurt.
Right. Yeah, and why would we make that trade? Because the No Way Out match is nowhere near as bad as the Rumble match too. Like you're not even getting like the novelty of watching this terrible match.
No. It's pretty boring.
It's still bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm watching the worst match of all time. Bad.
Right.
Mind you, my scores are very close.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this is pretty good. Now, if this is what we're going with, what's the main event?
I would say hang on, let me get the whole card here. I think we got like 4 choices. We got Austin McMahon, Rock Hogan, Eddie Brock, the Chamber, followed by a cash-in. So we could do the Cena Chamber with Cena Batista follow to close the show.
Yeah.
Those are probably the best 4. Wyatt Shield, I guess.
I think Wyatt Shield is the opener.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but like...
And Kurt Taker is another one, obviously. I think Austin McMahon has to close.
That's my choice. And you know what you could do? You could do the Chamber with the cash-in and Vince getting the comeuppance right away at Austin's.
Yeah, with Austin.
Okay. Like that could be the sequence.
Yeah, so I think we did a good job of this one. I think it's pretty tight. Like I said, the IC is the only thing missing. There's probably some shifting of stuff we could do in there, but it would have to really. There's not like one little change we can make. Everything would spiderweb. I think this is one that's really driven by your world title preference. I think if you like Cactus Triple H the best, that'll drive some stuff. I think if you really wanted Final Four, or really wanted Angle Triple H, Angle Rock in 01.
Look, if we had like a caveat that like it's like if the belt changes, you could take 2. You could take Triple H Cactus and Brock Eddie and not affect anything else. Like I think like truth be told, like of the cards we've made, this one is the one I'm most satisfied with, I think.
Yeah. I think the other option we could do is Rock Angle instead of Kurt and Taker, if you prefer that match. So, you could do that, and that opens up Taker for something else.
But Taker's not a big, like, you're probably going to get, like, Taker's best stuff in February is that Angle match, or he's in a couple of those good elimination chambers, but then that's going to pull all kinds of other pieces.
You could just do, if you really wanted to flip them, you could do Taker Big Show at 03, Angle and Rock at 01, and then 06, you could do JBL Lashley. Have we used Lashley? I don't think we ended up using Lashley.
No.
So, like if we really wanted to, right, that's another way to go about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's better or worse. I guess you guys weigh in. So we have the 2 options would be Stephanie Trish, Eddie Brock, Kurt Taker, or Rock Angle, Taker Big Show, JBL Lashley. I think what we have is better because you get 2 really good matches, 2 great matches instead of 1.
Yeah. Like it's so stupid, but I feel like actually sitting down and watching this.
Yeah.
It's too many matches, and I haven't felt that way about any of the other cards we've done. Any other cards we've done, I'm like, ugh, got to do this. And not to say there's not bad matches on here, but like, fuck, they're cool. Like, I'd be hyped to watch AJ Chris Jericho again. I haven't watched it in forever, you know. So join us next week for the live watch of this epic card.
So I would say, let us know what you think. Leave comments on YouTube or on our social media. I'm going to read it down real quick just for those listening. It's hard to follow, I know. So 1996, Shawn Michaels versus Owen Hart. 1997, Mark. You want to alternate? All right, let's alternate. Go ahead. You do 97.
97, Mero against Leaf Cassidy. It's a bad one.
1998 is our light heavyweight title match, Taka Michinoku versus Pantera.
Just think of the star power difference between 98 and 99, our main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin against Mr. McMahon in the cage.
2000, Too Cool, which is included Rikishi versus the Radicals, Benoit, Malenko, and Saturn.
2001, the aforementioned Stephanie McMahon Helmsley against Trish Stratus.
2002, Rob Van Dam versus Goldust.
2003, they're the lesser of their matches, but maybe the better build. The Rock and Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. 2004 is our WWE title match, Eddie Guerrero versus Brock Lesnar.
2005 is the throw everybody at the wall match. It's Chavo defending the Cruiserweight title against Funaki, Akio, Paul London, Shannon Moore, and Spike Dudley.
2006 is our World Heavyweight title match, Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker.
2007 is the women's match, Ashley Mazzaro versus Jillian Hall versus Kelly versus Layla. Who's Brooke?
Brooke Adams.
Oh, like
wasn't she like the girl that was like legit? Was that her? That was like a legit MMA. No, we'd have to look.
I don't remember.
I keep getting worried every time you read one of these multi-person matches that we're going to realize we have someone twice.
I know.
2008, we got Ric Flair versus Mr. Kennedy.
Kennedy. Oh, yeah, it's Miss Tessmacher from TNA, Brooke.
Yeah.
Oh, man, TNA. TNA was where's that with them? We are at 2009, the ECW Championship, Jack Swagger against Finlay.
And I don't think Brooke was the M. I'm thinking of someone else. I don't think it's her. 2010 is the WWE title cash-in, Batista versus John Cena.
That is a cop-out from us. 2011 is the Elimination Chamber for the championship match. John Cena versus CM Punk versus John Morrison versus Sheamus versus Randy Orton versus R-Truth. I'm happy to get R-Truth on the card.
I'm looking at 2010.
No, we fucked it up.
No, we didn't fuck it up.
2012 we did. We got to redo 2012.
What do we got, Beth? Oh, Beth. I was going to say 10. If you want to say we're cheating with that, we always could have done Drew Kane and we're fine. So it's fine to leave it. We're going to leave it. But yeah. All right, 2012.
We have to change.
I don't know if we have another option.
What
we could do Swagger Gabriel for the U.S., but don't we already have a U.S.? No, we don't. But we'd have to change Swagger Finley from 09.
Then we got to do Sean JBL and then change 96.
Can we do Orton Shane? Oh, no, Orton's in the chamber.
I think that's the play.
So 96, we go with Hunter and Drosy or Yoko Bulldog, Razor Kid.
Razor Kid.
There's actually a lot of. We didn't talk 96 very much, but there's a lot of options.
No, but the card did just get worse.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sean JBL's all right. All right. So 09. That's 09, right?
Yeah, it's Sean JBL. And then 12.
I think Sean Owen is overrated anyway.
I do too. It's not like we're losing a classic, but I think but there's some kitsch in the Crybaby match. It could be fun.
Yeah. And then was it 12? We're doing Swagger Gabriel. All right, easy fix. We're good. We're back on track.
Good.
All right. So where do we leave off? We have 11 was the Chamber. 12 is Swagger Gabriel for the U.S. 13, Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. A rare match between them with no IC title or U.S. title.
Yeah, there's no title. Then 14 is the Wyatt family against the Shield in that war.
Yeah, great match. Fastlane 2015, the Raw tag titles in line. Kid and Cesaro versus the Usos.
No. 16, the AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Is this where he kicked out of the Styles Clash and everybody got mad?
I don't remember if that was this or Mania. I hate the whole feud. Elimination Chamber 17, Natalia versus Nikki Bella.
And in 2018, the Women's Elimination Chamber for I think it's the Raw Women's title. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks versus Bayley versus Mickie James versus Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose.
2019, no DQ between Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman.
2020, a main event in any arena. Angel Garza versus Humberto Carrillo. The two guys who came out of nowhere, wrestled for a year and a half, and then vanished.
2021, the women's tag, Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
We got to change it. 21.
Wait, why? We have the women's tag twice?
No, because Sasha Banks is in that Elimination Chamber from 2018.
See, this always happens. 22, Falls Count Anywhere, Drew McIntyre, Madcap Moss, and in our last match, Edge and Beth, Finn, and Rhea. So does 21 have any options?
Yeah, no, it does not. Unless we do a cash in for a different, it's the same title. Fuck. You know what we could do? Is do the cash in here and change the cash in from 2010?
No, because the only other match I think was Drew and Kane, and we'd be using Drew.
We can't do Lay Cool. No, we got Layla somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
could
she's in
do
that 07.
Here's what we could do. We could do from 2010 the Miz and MVP for the US title. And then since we're using the Miz as a cash in here, we can finagle it that way.
Yeah, but we already used the US title, didn't we?
No, did we?
Yeah, Swagger and Gabriel at 12.
That's not the fucking ECW. Oh no, it's not. Damn it.
I think we're fucked. How about Riddle? All right. If we did Riddle, no, because Jomo's in that other thing.
We got to blow up that elimination chamber, which then opens up all kinds of options. But
well, can we do Asuka Nia? No, we can't.
No, we can't. Cannot.
Hardy. No, we can't do Hardy Bray. How about no? We can't do the bar. We'd have to change Cesaro and Kid if we did the bar versus Titus Worldwide.
Yeah, but then there's nothing on 2000. We'd have to change.
Oh, and Sheamus is in that. That chamber is really. It's a great match, but it's definitely hamstringing us a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm okay with burning it, but then like if we do that, we're gonna change our whole card, and it's 51 minutes. Do we have? Is the idea that that Roman Reigns is a dual champion? Would that allow us to use him twice on the card?
I think we can do whatever we want. What, and do Roman versus Bryan?
Yep.
Is that a cash-in or a match?
It's a match, but it's for the Universal, which we don't have on the card.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't see...
That's the one.
I don't see any other way around it. Because in 2018, it's like Bray is the Fiend either, right? We can't even say like Fiend and Bray are different.
Yeah.
Well, if we did Asuka Nia from 18, is there anything else open?
No, because Asuka Nia busts something else.
Nia. It's Nia.
Yeah.
But can we do Ms. Drew there?
Oh, wait. If we do Asuka Nia, where are we using Nia elsewhere?
It's not. 21. So I'm saying if we did Ms. Drew as our cash-in, I think we're good.
Okay.
So we do Asuka Nia at 18.
Yeah. Why? Why are we changing that one?
Because we need to take Nia. Change. Oh, no, I guess we don't have to.
Yeah.
Hang on. So we can leave that. And then we can just can we just make 21 Miz and McIntyre cash-in?
Well, the problem is if we do that cash, are we having two cash-ins?
Either way, we're either doing Roman twice. Sasha's in a chamber and a match. Like I think we got we can just go with it.
Let's treat it as I think this is fair. Instead of using Roman twice, which we could do, let's do two cash-ins for the same belt because it involves different people.
Right. Do they both cash in successfully?
Yep. But I mean, Batista's not really a cash in. It's not the same. Like it's not a money. This is a Money in the Bank cash in.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's just like
I'm gonna make Batista the champion cash in.
Right. Screw job.
Yeah, that's a screw job, and this is a cash in.
I think it's the kludgiest way to get around it without like. The other, like I said, the other thing we could do is that we say Sasha's allowed to work a chamber and a match, but
right. I'm fine with either of those, truth be told. But I think, look, you put it in, that feels good. I still want to watch this card.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, it's we get a little fuzzy here, but again, sometimes it's just there's gonna be someone out in the comments, one of our faithful watchers and listeners that'll nail this in a different way. But we like to try and keep this under an hour, and that's our self-imposed time limit. So
and if we like look, in theory, we could go back and blow up that chamber match, but if we do that, we're in for at least another half hour.
Yeah, it's fine. So I think this is fine. Yeah. We'll do the cash in. It's a rule change we made along the way. If you can do this without that, let us know. Put it in the YouTube comments or on social.
I fully think you can. I'm sure it's possible. Like
yeah. All right. Very good. All right, we're out. We'll talk to you next week, or maybe next week, maybe the week after. It's some Saturdays. Check us out. We get the title change project going on. We get this build a card going on. A lot of cool stuff. Check out everything in North South Connection. We're out.